Hello. Lives channel. Today we will learn about the explosive paternity revelation that has stunned Salem and left fans buzzing with theories about Sophia Choi's baby boy, Tesoro. The shocking DNA test results have confirmed what many viewers suspected all along. Tate Black is not the biological father of Sophia's baby, leaving two prime candidates in the spotlight: Aaron Green and the enigmatic Doug Williams III. This paternity mystery has become one of the most talked about storylines on Days of Our Lives, with fans dissecting every interaction, analyzing timelines, and debating who truly fathered the abandoned infant that Leo and Javi now lovingly call Tesoro. The bombshell DNA test results. The paternity bombshell dropped when Kayla Brady received the DNA test results and delivered the life-changing news to Brady Black. Tate is definitively not Tesoro's biological father. This revelation sent shockwaves through Salem and left Brady completely stunned, speechless, and totally blindsided by the discovery. The test was conducted secretly by Brady and Steve, who had growing suspicions about Sophia's claims and wanted concrete answers before the situation spiraled further out of control. Now that Aaron knows he is likely the baby's biological father, he will probably want to confirm his paternity through another DNA test to answer the burning question of Tesoro's true parentage once and for all. But if Aaron isn't the father, then who could possibly be the biological parent? And let's solve this mystery together by examining all the evidence and possibilities. Understanding Sophia's calculated deceptions. Sophia Choi has some serious explaining to do after this paternity revelation shattered her carefully constructed narrative. The news that Tate is not Sophia's baby's father shocked everyone in Salem, including Sophia herself, who appeared genuinely horrified when confronted with the DNA evidence. Sophia is a cunning and calculating young woman of the highest order, comparable to Salem legends like Jan Spears or the manipulative Claire Brady during her darker days. This teenage schemer has made deception look effortless by methodically planning to steal Tate from Holly Jonas, pretending to be committed to motherhood while actually abandoning her child, and recently orchestrating an elaborate scheme to get Holly drunk enough to burn down her dorm room. Sophia even manipulated Holly into believing she had texted sexually explicit messages to Johnny DiMera, further isolating her romantic rival and clearing her path to Tate. The fact that Sophia can execute all of these complex manipulations yet somehow had no idea that the child she gave birth to, Tesoro, is not actually Tate's biological son strains credulity and raises serious questions about what she truly knew and when. Eliminating the impossible candidates. While there are several men who theoretically could be the father, it's highly unlikely that Days of Our Lives will pursue certain storylines since Sophia was underage when she conceived her baby. However, let's examine all the possibilities anyway to understand the full scope of this paternity mystery. First up is Doug Williams III, Peyton Meyer's character who has recently been making moves on Holly now that she's vulnerable and hurting over the Tate situation. Doug is certainly next on Holly's romantic radar following her painful split from Tate, so it's highly plausible that he could have been on Sophia's radar at some point in the past as well. However, Doug experienced a genuine moment of panic and moral reckoning when he worried he had slept with an underage girl named Ari Reyes, demonstrating that he possesses enough conscience that he certainly wouldn't have deliberately crossed that ethical and legal line with other underage girls like Sophia. If Sophia had truly wanted to frame someone powerful to keep them away from her schemes, she could easily have targeted Johnny DiMera as the supposed father. After all, she had already successfully framed Johnny for having an inappropriate relationship with her. So claiming that Johnny, a grown married man, had fathered her child after sleeping with an underage girl would have been the ultimate weapon. What better way to destroy someone's life and reputation than to accuse them of statutory rape and illegitimate fatherhood simultaneously? The most logical father candidate. There's only one truly logical answer to this paternity puzzle, and that's Aaron Green, the character portrayed by Louis Tomeo, who has been conspicuously absent from Salem during this entire baby drama. The two teenagers had a brief but genuinely sweet romantic connection for a short period, occurring just before Sophia's fateful encounter and sexual relationship with Tate. The timing is crucial here. After Tate accidentally called Sophia by Holly Jonas's name during an intimate moment in bed, a devastated and humiliated Sophia left and had a meaningful, emotionally vulnerable conversation with Aaron before the two of them disappeared to watch the Body and Soul premiere together. During that pivotal conversation, Sophia was genuinely shocked and touched to learn that Aaron had asked her to the prom the previous year because he actually liked her romantically, not because he felt sorry for her or was doing a charitable favor. This revelation created an emotional connection between two teenagers who were both going through difficult times and feeling rejected by others. Sophia and Aaron then disappeared from the canvas with no more on-screen scenes shown to viewers, leaving fans to wonder what exactly happened between them that evening. What did Sophia and Aaron actually do during those off-screen hours together? And could their bonding session have resulted in the conception of baby Tesoro? Fan reactions and speculation. Now, not only does Aaron himself think he might be the biological father based on the timeline and his history with Sophia, but numerous Days of Our Lives fans across social media platforms share that exact same theory. One passionate fan joked on X, formerly known as Twitter, expressing mixed emotions about the situation. "I'm glad that Tate's not the baby daddy, but feel sorry for Aaron, who I'm sure is the baby daddy. Sophia's about to be your problem now." Another longtime viewer admitted their suspicions had existed from the very beginning of the storyline, stating, "From the beginning, I never thought Tate was Sophia's baby's father. I always thought it was Aaron because I think she was with him one time. We still don't know who the actual father is at this point, but I'm still thinking it's Aaron based on everything we've seen." The fan community has been remarkably consistent in their theories, with many viewers pointing out that Aaron is literally the only other teenage boy in Salem that Sophia has ever meaningfully crossed paths with during her time on the show. He's Tate's loyal best friend. He and Sophia regularly hung out in the same high school quad with Tate and Holly, and having him be the father would represent the most predictable yet dramatically satisfying result possible. The evidence supporting Aaron's paternity. Multiple factors point to Aaron as the most likely biological father of Tesoro. First, the timeline perfectly aligns with when Sophia and Aaron spent that emotional evening together watching Body and Soul, which occurred shortly before Sophia discovered she was pregnant. Second, fans specifically remember that Tate and Sophia used protection during their one sexual encounter, making pregnancy from that encounter statistically less likely. Third, Days of Our Lives has been keeping Aaron mysteriously absent from Salem during this entire paternity crisis, which could be strategic storytelling to build anticipation for his dramatic return when the truth finally emerges. Fourth, Sophia has been notably evasive when asked about alternative father candidates, admitting to Sarah that there was another potential candidate for fatherhood but absolutely refusing to reveal who that person could be. Her reluctance to name Aaron suggests she knows the truth, but isn't ready to face the consequences of her deception. Fifth, having Aaron be the father would give his character substantial storyline material beyond his current role of saying nerdy dialogue about Dungeons and Dragons and hopelessly pining after Ari Reyes. It would transform him from a background character into someone central to a major storyline with lasting consequences for multiple families. Why Sophia might have lied. The question remains, why would Sophia claim Tate was the father if she knew or suspected Aaron might be the biological parent? The answer lies in Sophia's stronger romantic feelings for Tate compared to her more casual connection with Aaron. When faced with an unexpected teenage pregnancy crisis, Sophia may have strategically opted to claim Tate was the biological father because she envisioned a future where they could raise the child together and become a real family. She was clearly more invested in Tate emotionally and saw him as a better long-term romantic prospect than Aaron. Additionally, if Sophia slept with Aaron during a vulnerable moment without using protection, she may have felt ashamed or regretful about the encounter, preferring to attribute the pregnancy to her more serious relationship with Tate. Sophia may not have been completely certain about the baby's paternity initially, but she likely harbored a strong suspicion if her encounter with Aaron was unprotected while her encounter with Tate involved contraception. By pinning the pregnancy on Tate, Sophia maintained her connection to the boy she truly wanted while avoiding confronting Aaron about a relationship that meant less to her emotionally. The unthinkable alternative scenarios. While Aaron represents the most logical and narratively satisfying answer, some fans and soap opera commentators have raised darker possibilities that would take the storyline in a more serious direction. One disturbing theory suggests that Sophia might have been sexually assaulted, which would explain her reluctance to discuss the baby's father and her decision to safe haven the child. Considering how strict and judgmental Sophia's mother Amy has been portrayed throughout this storyline, it's tragically plausible that Sophia might not have told anyone about a sexual assault for fear that Amy would blame her daughter rather than support her. Another speculative scenario involves Liam, a character with a criminal record whom Abe Carver mentioned mentoring. What if Liam's introduction to the canvas comes through the revelation that he's the father of Sophia's abandoned son? Some commentators have even suggested that someone could have tampered with the DNA test results, with both Sophia and Melinda Trask having proven themselves more than capable of shady moves and cover-ups. If they discovered that Brady and Steve were investigating, it's not completely out of the question that they might try to manipulate the test results to protect Sophia's secrets. After all, Melinda has extensive experience with meddling in paternity tests from previous storylines. What happens next? The paternity mystery will inevitably require resolution through additional DNA testing now that Tate has been definitively ruled out as Tesoro's biological father. Aaron will almost certainly demand a paternity test to confirm whether he's the father, bringing closure to this months-long mystery that has captivated the Days of Our Lives audience. The fallout from this revelation will impact multiple characters and relationships throughout Salem. If Aaron is confirmed as the father, he'll face the life-changing reality of unexpected teenage fatherhood, though the baby has already been safe-havened and is being raised by Leo, Javi, and legal guardian Rafe Hernandez. Sophia will have to face consequences for her elaborate deception, and her relationships with both Tate and Aaron will be irreparably damaged by her lies. Holly and Tate may finally find their way back to each other now that the baby obstacle has been removed from their relationship, though the emotional damage from this ordeal will take time to heal. The truth about Tesoro's paternity represents a turning point for everyone involved in this tangled web of teenage drama, manipulation, and unintended consequences that has gripped Salem for months.